Guys, I was just thinking about my father this morning, and as I think through my dad, I grew up in a household that my father was an immigrant from a small country in Western Africa called Sierra Leone. And through my journey growing up, this West African influence that my dad had, particularly coming from an oral culture, and him coming from this oral culture, what was interesting, he spoke at me a lot. In essence, there are times sitting in my house when I was a little boy, I'd be listening to my dad for sometimes 2 to 3 hours of him just telling stories and talking and telling stories and talking. And I give you that context because when I think about the influence of a father and just the nature of a dad and the value of a father, I look at how to this day I love it when there are older men in my life that will tell me stories. People that if I ask a question and they go on a rant about whatever that thing may be that they're ranting about, how I love it. And it's interesting that it's the conditioning of my own father that has created a pattern and a lifestyle for me now as a man almost in my 40s, going through this journey of seeing that I love a father's voice. I love listening to a father's voice. In fact, let me go even deeper. I find myself with my own children that at nighttime, when it comes time to go to sleep and it's bedtime, my own kids are craving my voice. Where they'll say, Daddy, tell me a story, or they'll say, give me another story. And I'll find myself just retelling stories that my dad told me, telling stories about what's happened in my life, my experiences, telling stories about things that happened throughout the day. Maybe we're reminiscing on things that we talked about or things that we experienced that year, that a couple months ago, a few days ago. We'll start reminiscing. And there's something powerful about a dad telling a story. And so, what I want to get us to think about today is think about your own father. And even if you did not have a father, or say your father didn't do the best job in telling stories or really opening up his heart and opening up his way, begin to think about those places, those times in your lives where you've longed for a father's voice, where there's been some kind of male figure who played the role of father or played the role of dad, whether it was a coach, a teacher, a mentor, an advisor, and to think about those characteristics of that person and how they have shaped and formed the way you look at a father's voice or you look for dad in various different ways. Anyways, have a good one. Take care, and I hope you're well. Peace.